So I came in today with one word on my mind. I felt like I was sensing somebody who was about to either has just or is about to have just illumination. Illumination is the word. And I started to think of how, I'm swallowing. I don't know if maybe you're, I might be starting to channel, but if you're having a hard time swallowing, interesting, throat chakra, truth. Have you been speaking your truth? Are you blocked? Interesting. So I have had the week off basically, and I kind of had everything done this morning, and I was sat there and I felt my mind was looking for something productive to do, and I couldn't, and there was almost like this guilt of, I need to be productive. Now I have this time off. And I really felt the spirit just gently saying, why? I realized that I needed to just go out and take a walk around my village and not carry a bag. I had my purse, but not like a bag so that I was intending to bring something home, nothing. Just go out without any expectation and see what you find. I don't know, maybe you need to go on a walk. Maybe you need to just throw expectation to the wind, and I'm hearing it. The guiding message for this message was illumination. Things are about to be illuminated to you. There's a perspective shift coming, and I think that seeing a picture of a leapfrog or you know those like stepping stones, I feel like today I was supposed to go out and just embody the spirit of faith, of the unknown, of we don't have to have expectations always. We don't need to know outcomes. We actually need the innocent childlike wonder in us awoken. And we need to see, instead of clouding our mind with all the messages that we tell ourselves in the loops and the tapes, freaking boring cobwebs, right? Sweep them away. And we need to make room for this next step, take this next step is what I'm hearing. It's about opening up space in your aura, in your realm, to see what the universe, what God, your angel spirit team, whatever energetics you believe in, however, see what they want to say to you. Okay. Holy Spirit, which cards do you want me to start with? Illumination. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna start with my Hebrew deck. All right. Okay, that one wanted to turn over. I'll take that one. Something is about to be illuminated to you. Okay, actually, I'm just gonna take this one. Wow, okay, 425 or the number 425 or 32 or 86 could be significant to you. These are like anything in your world, license plates, telephone, just anything that resonates with. This word is she. Okay, that's kind of funny. It's in our English, this would be pronounced sheet. Sheet. To set, to put in place, or set one's mind to. To set one's mind to illumination. This illumination is meant for you. Your scroll is being unrolled, right? You've stepped into the next season. It's time for the new. You can feel it, and I think I'm almost sensing you're trying to find the new by reorchestrating something that maybe brought you adventure before, or something that you would go to and be like, oh, how do I put this into words? It's like I see you trying to force something new, but this message is finding you to say that's not how, no. That's not how it's gonna work. You're gonna open up your space, release, divine timing. Divine knows exactly the message, the light codes, the revelation that you need to get, and you're just to set your intention to receiving. Okay, 444 on my clock. which is interesting. 4 is Emperor and energy, so it's like, it's action, it's, oh my. Setting, okay. You got 4 really interesting cards. Multiple revelations coming at the same time. This is going to set your hope on fire, is what I'm hearing. There are multiple messages that are coming at the same time to you. What could be being illuminated is that you are an oracle, or you are, your gifts, your kind of psychic intuitive abilities are opening up into the next phase. I do see specific instructions coming, and it might not be instructions, that might be the wrong word, perspective. It's like a specific thing that you need to know before you can move forward. It's almost like God saying, don't worry, I know you want to have an expectation. It's good, it's wise, it's godly. It's good to have a vision and an expectation, but wait, it's coming. Once you get these codes, you are going to be able to set your expectation, and your hope is going to be set on fire in a new way. Woo! And from that place, you are going to etzah. This is the word etzah in Hebrew, and that means to get counsel, plan, advice. You're going to almost with this new revelation, you're going to have to get some counsel, but first in you. And I was talking about that yesterday too, you guys. The most important thing is that we get locked in here first. We have to know what's for us. We have to know what's for us. And society right now is really having to break free from, everybody is so tired of authority not leading them well. And there's such a culture of blame right now. We're going to blame church leaders, blame your doctor, blame your ex-wife, blame your ex-husband, blame your boss, blame your sister, blame the guy across the street, blame. But maybe what God's doing is letting everybody get to a place where we're so tired of being led badly, because we are supposed to be leading ourselves well, because the blame and the responsibility is actually right here. It stops here. It starts here. And I'm not saying, hear me, because I know some people are going to get a little bit triggered by that. I'm not saying that people who are in leadership positions do not have a responsibility to lead others. I'm not saying that. But sovereignty, if you really knew and believed who you were, which is imago Dei, right? Made in the image of God, like a son or a daughter to her father or mother, right? It's like, my kids are made in my image. We are made in his image. So in other words, I do not expect my kids to have me ruling in their lives over, forever. They are supposed to mature and grow up and lead themselves well. What does this have to do with, Spirit, with this? I want to know what the connection is. How is this connected? You are being freed from external validation, external expectations, that truly you are the light. And you, 11:11 on my clock, right as I said that, destiny is illuminating more of your light, your destiny. Yeah, 11:11. Whew. I just felt something there. Leading yourself well. You are about to lead yourself better than you've ever led yourself before. And I'm hearing that's what it's all been for. It's been, oh, this one wanted to, oh my gosh, so good. 8 of Cups wanted to flip over. This takes so much courage, because this is actually walking away from a version of yourself that you were comfortable with, that you identified with. You know what I love, what's coming to my mind? Look at the 3D and the 4D of this. She's standing between something that she could physically hold and touch, right? And she's leaving it behind. And she's walking into literally nothingness, walking into the horizon. Why? It's exactly what I said about going out of my house this morning. Exactly. I don't know. I'm not carrying a bag to bring something back, right? I'm just gonna go see what's out there. Right into that beautiful horizon and the sun. And this is the unknown. And it doesn't look so scary, does it? Why are we so scared of the unknown? Look at what lies ahead of her. She is totally free. And I feel like your soul, your spirit is like, what's new? What's coming? Like, you can feel it. Breath. I mean, that's literally, I'm like using breath, ruah. It's like, let go. Let go of what you think in the 3D satisfies. What's more satisfying is what you cannot see, because you were born for mystery. You were born for revelation, light codes, illumination. You were born for this. So guess what? Your spirit is going to need food and drink. Your spirit craves spirit. Can I get a detail? What is my collective walked away from? What have you just had to walk away? Oh shoot, these cards are really heavy. Oh, 8 of Swords. Wanted to flip over. Did you see that? 15:15 on my clock when I looked up. That's shadow. Look at that. 8 of Swords. I actually am going to read the book. This is really going to connect this message to you. If you are wondering, hold on, why am I putting, it's like I wanted to put that away. No, mama. Did you see that? Instead of pulling it out, I put it away. And I've not done that before. Like, actually that speaks to me, because when I looked up and I saw shadow, a lot of the times, well, we're taught, society teaches us to push our shadow away. Don't look at it. Deny it, hide it. And did you see what I just did? I pulled it out and then I wanted to put it back in the deck. No, we're gonna find that. Right now, as I shuffle these cards and look for that card, there it is. I'm speaking this energetically to you. I'm taking the shame off of you. It's okay to look at what you don't think is very beautiful. Did you know that? You know, the only reason we try to hide what isn't beautiful about ourselves is because we don't think it's going to be accepted. We don't think it's going to be loved, right? And that's what we learn to do from when we're very, very young. This could be connected to just some childhood beliefs where maybe you were gonna voice. Remember, I said I was blocking? Maybe you needed to voice yourself. I'm gonna hold this up and I want you to, as I'm saying this part, I want you to think about if anything resonates with you. Look at how she's bound. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Also, we'll talk about this card. Maybe you had to put your voice away when you were young. You wanted to say how you felt about something, but there was no room. And whether you knew it or not, usually people don't know it, you know. But you suppressed yourself in order to be accepted and loved. It's okay. That's what we all did. Those of us who find out, what did I suppress? What did I need to say? What did I need? Right? We are the lucky ones. And I want to tell you that if illumination is being offered to you about this, right? Take it. Because if people think that hiding this is what makes them powerful, oh, nobody's going to know. I have this little part of me, I get really triggered and it flares up. I'm not going to say anything about that because I want to be strong, right? I'm so together. Wrong. Wrong. People who hide their shadow from you are scary people. They will ultimately, if you're hiding it, means it doesn't go away. it's hiding behind something. So it will be deflected back on other people, and you end up hurting other people without knowing it. Okay. And what people who know their shadow, they know, I know that I crave validation from men, women, authority figures. I know that I crave it because I need somebody else to tell me I'm good enough. And I needed that to hear that when I was young. Or, so I know when I'm around certain people that if that comes up, I'm not speaking about my own specific one. I'm just giving an example. Mine or something. My mini shadows are other things. I'm actually intentionally picking something that maybe is not so personal. But let's say that if you know that part about yourselves, how freaking untouchable do you become? Right? Because when you are around men, then I know that I want you to tell me I'm good enough. So now I know in the past you'll reflect, this is what I've done. This is how I've compromised. This is what I would do, blah, 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 to get that value. No, I won't do that anymore. I know if I get triggered by your words or what you say or what you do, I know where that's coming from. Powerful. And then this shadow, which is connected to that little person in you that got stunted at that age. His voice got stunted. That little girl who's like standing there mute inside of you for so long, she suddenly gets a voice and goes, oh, am I okay? Do you hear me? Do you see me? You see me needing this validation? Oh, you validate me? And you speak to yourself, do mirror work or speak whatever. I did it out in the hills of frickin' Wales or something. One time I had a very powerful encounter and I did not know what I was doing, by the way, you guys. And I actually, for a minute, I thought, I think I've lost my ever-loving mind. And I thought that, but God was taking me through this in nature. And when I later on did therapy, my therapist actually did EMDR and took me through the formal process of what I did out in the hills on my own. The only teacher you need is the spirit, okay? Not that I'm against therapy. Get therapy if you can. Oh, it's wonderful. But if you're not progressing, if you don't see results from week to week to week, stop. Don't waste your money. It's not about talking, it's about fruit. Okay, moving on from that. Maybe you needed to hear that. Somebody did. When you can identify, shadow is that part that is hurting. It's your armor. It's your defense mechanisms, right? And those get set into place over time through things that happen to us. It's how we cope with life. Hello, wake up, everybody. We have to learn to cope, right? Anybody who says they don't need love or touch or affection or is lying, okay? Or disassociated, more likely, because we are tribal. Just look at the animals around us. They roll together, they sleep on each other, they need each other. They need, and they have needs, and they're not ashamed of their needs. But we get ashamed of our needs when we felt we needed to hide them, right? We don't want to be dependent on other people. We don't want to say, I need that. If I say I need that, that puts me in a vulnerable position. And then the power dynamic is out of balance, right? And our reptilian brain wants us to stay in control at all times. That's reptilian brain, okay? Higher self is like, I don't have to be in control, right? I can walk into the sun, babes. I don't need any armor. No. God's got my back and my front and my sides, right? And a beautiful future for me. All I have to do is drop the swords. Drop the swords. Did I say 8 of Wands earlier? This is 8 of Swords. Did I say 8 of Wands? 8 of Swords is... Unfortunately, okay, so let's just take it back to, we were talking 1515 was shadow, right? So what was this, what were you walking away from? What are you walking out of? That was my question. And this one came out. 8 of Swords. if I'm being honest, when I see Eight of Swords, I have a different deck that I'm seeing in my brain, and she's actually like standing in the midst with her eyes blindfolded, and there's 6 swords around her and 2 in her hands. And actually that card is, it's like, I don't mean to be like triggering to you, but the truth is it's like self-victimization. It's like thinking you're stuck, you're trapped, but you're not. Okay, so look at this picture. I actually haven't really looked at this one. Oh, this is so good. Oh my God. Look at the picture. She's in, this is reality. She's not bound at all. Okay. Why is my thing so, it's so, there, is that, can you see that? I hope it's not too foggy. She's not bound. She's not bound. But when she sees in the mirror, this is what she sees. That is a wrong belief, a wrong perspective. This is reality. This is what her shadow is telling her is going on. She's stuck. She's trapped. There's no moving forward. What am I supposed to do? How do I get out of here? I can't get out of here, so I'm going to make my own expectation and my own outcome so I can control it, because this is scary. I'm bound. I can't. This is all, this is limited beliefs, okay? She is not bound. She can stand right up and walk right out if she wants. Do you see that? Goosebumps. Powerful. Remember, my leading message was something is about to be illuminated to you. Something is being illuminated to you. And you, first card, remember? Shit. Sorry, it's not funny. You have to set your mind to receiving, make room, make space, get up, walk away from this, walk away. I don't believe, you know what you can say? You could actually go to your mirror and you could actually say, you are not stuck. Stop it. You're not stuck. I see you. I want you to do this if this message is for you. If you can, if you want to. It's your choice. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, you are not stuck. You feel stuck. You think you're stuck, but why? Okay? And then I want you to, I would say it's up to you if you stay in the mirror or come away from the mirror. Your decision, whatever you're comfortable with. Sometimes mirrors are obviously very confronting. It can be too intense for you at the place that you're in to do that kind of mirror work, but you could go and just sit. I mean, I think you should look at yourself and say you're not stuck and affirm that. But then I think you should decide how to do the next part, which is to sit and go, okay, to the little person. What little person inside? Why are you feeling bound? I'm here. I will hear your voice. If you speak to me, you tell me, where did we get stuck? What need did not get met? Where did we have to get silence? Where did we have to shut down that need, that voice? Where did we get scared? Where did the fear come in that we wouldn't be accepted if we spoke up? Why are we stuck? Do you get what I'm saying? Do some work with this and just sit with it. Sit with that little person. Whatever you hear, whatever you feel, just sit, take it in and accept. And the biggest thing is let your grown up person tell that little person, you're okay. I'm not going to think you're silly. I'm not going to laugh at you. I'm not going to force you to go to your room, go away. I'm not going to tell you you are a bother, you're annoying. I'm not going to say that to you. I'm here for you. I'm the older you. Look at me. We're going to be okay. I'm here for you. But I need you to talk to me. I need you to trust me. Are you trustworthy? There's a question. Are you trustworthy to talk to the little you and not make them feel ashamed? It does help sometimes. If you think if a little kid came up to you and like spilled their heart, would you make them feel stupid? No, you wouldn't. You would listen. And you know what's coming to my mind? When I did some training years ago with a healing program, we used to say, if a child comes to you, whether with the confession, whether it is real or perceived, we treat it the same. In other words, whether what they are saying happened actually, or if they just perceived it happened, it's handled the same psychologically. Why? Because as a man thinks, so he is. In other words, what you think is real to you. It is real to you, right? Oh yeah, it is. I'm gonna be rejected again. I'm gonna be this again. I'm gonna that. Blah, 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 blah. I know how this works out. Karmic loop. Karmic loop. Keep going. It keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps going until you go, hold on. Hang on. Hi. You see me over here? I'm standing in 2026, 7, whenever this message you hear. I'm standing here in reality. This is like 20 years ago. 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. You are stuck in the past, up in here. I'm here now. Let's move forward. We're okay. Let's talk. Let's just get it out. You will save if you think doing inner work like that is a waste of time, then if anybody who thinks that, if I had been able to do what I've done in the last 12 months, when I was in my 20s, life is supposed to go the way it's supposed to go. I believe that. But what I'm saying is I wish that I could feel the way I do now for the past 2 decades. I wish I could have that safety and that security inside to be like, oh, I'm not ashamed of me. I'm not afraid, blah, 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 right? It's worth every second you give it. It will give you back 10 years of your life, every second. All right. Funny, my blocking is gone. Did you notice that? Okay. I'm going to ask a really happy question because we need some happy. Oh, I really liked that one deck I got yesterday. And I feel called to this deck. This is the one, I haven't used this one a lot. I don't know. When I saw it in my other room earlier, I felt like I was supposed to use it. So maybe we get one from there. Okay. This one is called the reality check. Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I'm supposed to get it. Everything happens for a reason. These ones, again, not very easy shuffling cards though. Okay, here we go. Can I have one detail about this 8 of Cups walking away? What else do they need to know? Is there anything else? Oh, that one needed to go. The Parent Trap. Interesting. The trap dynamic, the loop. It literally says the loop. Ah, do you see that? The loop. The trap dynamics. Okay, over-functioning. Over-functioning, that's an interesting card. It actually, so it's the number 26 and it says the Parent Trap. Do you know what's funny I'm feeling right now? I'm channeling anxiety because I've never used these cards before and I don't know what this card means, but I could just, I could literally feel myself think like you, and it over-functioning, overthinking. Before I could even read the card, I had the thought, but what if I don't understand this card? What if I can't explain this card? I had that thought because this reading is particularly connected to your fear of not knowing, not being in control, letting go, right? It's okay that I don't know. I don't know. Let's go. The Parent Trap. The truth, you are their partner, not their therapist, their mother, or their manager. If you stop rowing, this boat sinks. Let it sink. Holy moly. Feeling needed is a poor substitute for feeling cherished. Holy moly. Retire from the role of manager. The chasing loop. I don't even think do I need to say anything about that one? Holy moly. Okay, my love. That is, I want to repeat it. If you feel like if you've just walked away from someone or something, the dynamic is this: you have to do it all. If you stop rowing, then the boat's gonna sink. So I have to be in control of outcomes. Holy, I'm getting chills. What happens if I walk away? Everything sinks. If I stop putting all the effort in, they're not going to put any effort in, right? And it says feeling needed. This is the surgery. Feeling needed is a poor substitute for feeling cherished. Retire from the role of manager. You don't have to manage everything in your world, in other people's world, in your world. You are a fixer, aren't you? I'm a fixer too. I'm an overcoming fixer. I got you. Look, I gave you a big kiss. Look, 25. This is your other card that came out, the chasing loop. So you're a fixer and a chaser. Yeah, you are. You're a fixer and a chaser. All right, let's hear it. Anxious avoidant dance. The chasing loop. I like these cards. You run, they chase. You chase, they run. You are not connecting. You're playing tag with trauma. So maybe you've been in a dynamic. Yeah, you've been in a dynamic where you had to chase homeboy or homegirl. I'll tell you what, you do it. We all do it until, unfortunately, it gets so exhausting that you physically can't function anymore. Okay, and the over-functioning card, our nervous systems have a set point. And, you know, this is the mercy of the Creator, if you think about it. The fact that we can only get to a certain point before we have a breakdown, because we will run and run and run away from our shadow. We will run and run and run and hide and avoid and deflect and put it away and hide it, and as long as we possibly can. Pride, ego, that's all that is. Okay? Self-protection, whatever. Wanting to keep things going. Why? Because you're afraid if I stop affirming everybody in my world, telling everybody else how great they are, fixing everybody else's problems, then if I stop doing that, I'm gonna be sitting in a silence that is my biggest fear. Why? Because when I was young, nobody encouraged me. Nobody spoke words of affirmation over me. Maybe your love language is affirmation and you don't even know it. Maybe you do know it, right? You sound pretty switched on, whoever you are. So we just run because really what we're avoiding is our biggest fear. I don't want that to actually be true. It's stuck in my amygdala as being true. It's in my limiting beliefs. In this mirror, in this not reality, in the past, it was true. Is it still true now? I don't know, but I don't want to find out. Because that's my biggest pain. That is driving me through my life. That is what is holding this world together, and don't touch it, right? Pull on that thread and it all falls apart. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Can I tell you straight? Because I'm gonna be a good sister to you. Mother, whatever. I'll be whatever you need. I'm somebody who's walked through it. Sometimes when you pull on that thread, it does come apart. It really does. And it can be the most painful thing to realize you were holding the relationship together. And if you stopped sending the messages or trying to make everything okay, they really would walk away. And a lot of times they do. They just do. Because what they learned from you was that who you were as the compromiser, as the person who always chased or always whatever, that was the dynamic they were in. That's the person they signed up for, right? They didn't sign up for the you who voiced yourself. And that can be really scary. It can be scary for you mostly, and I'm mostly concerned for you, but it's a funny thing. You don't see it until after you've done this and after you've walked away. And maybe you have. Maybe I am speaking to somebody who has. These cards are confirming a season you've already come through. I hope so. But if some of this is ringing true for people who are sitting in that dynamic going, oh God, I'm still the one holding it all together. I just want you to know, and maybe those of us who have broken that loop need to support you and say it's going to be okay. It does sometimes, not sometimes, usually it gets darker before it gets lighter. But let's say you pull on that thread and there's nobody left. Let's just say, right? Can we, anybody? You go through a process of learning how to love yourself again. Accept yourself. Because the spirit kind of ends up isolating you to where, in mercy, to where it's like, I love you too much to let these limiting beliefs keep going. And you know it if you know it, because if you look back at the relationship that you lost, right? You really think about it and you think, I wasn't really that happy. I really wasn't. It wasn't satisfying. That person loved me, loved this version of me that I was this mask of a person. They didn't really know me. And you'll thank God for that deliverance. You'll thank God for that healing. You'll thank Him at some point for taking that out of your life, because the person that you become after this is irreplaceable. You will fight for her. You will look after her. This is what I'm hearing. She figures out what kind of eggs she likes for breakfast. She figures out, did you guys ever see that movie, Runaway Bride? Julia Roberts, every guy she's with, she ends up eating eggs the way he cooks them. And it becomes this moment where she's like, I don't know how I like my own eggs, and she goes on the journey and she figures out how she likes her own eggs. But that's the journey of learning who you are. What does your voice sound like? What are the things you care about? And what I opened this message with, which was, what are your values? What are the things that really, really matter to you? Learn them, know them. You are worth getting to know. So, Oh my God, I didn't even read the last of this. Listen, this card, I said this before this card came out. Look. The surgery, recognize the pattern, identify who you had to chase to feel seen as a child. This message is really finding you to take you back, to take you forward, right? To just comfort you and go, you're on the right track. You're on the right track. You're on the right track. You got a little work to do. That's what it sounds like to me. It's like, I get the feeling, because of my walk this morning, I get the feeling that this message is meeting you between this place and this place, between here, It's like, this is where you've kind of been sitting in this. What's real? What's not real? I'm ready for something new. Now, like I said, there could be some people who you've just done this work and you've headed into this. That could be you as well. Either way, And even after you realize your shadow, I was just doing work with my shadow this past week. I'm going to give you some really, really practical advice. It's coming to mind. I'm so fast now at seeing my shadow come out that I can let people in my world know I'm kind of getting triggered. Something's going on. It's like I can, even if I can't quite get it yet, I can feel something's going on. And often now what I do is I take other people out of it. And I come away and I have my own space and my own time with this little girl, with this person in me. And we talk. Are you seeing that correctly? Are you hearing that correctly? Do you think your perspective is the same? Are you seeing the same thing as the other person? Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. And if you aren't, and if it's not okay, then that's the moment where you speak up and you just say, I'm really triggered by this thing. It's not about getting to a point where you never get triggered again or you don't have a shadow. It's about understanding I do have this part of me that when she comes out, she is armored, she is got memories, and she's got evidence, right? So we're going to talk to her from me, her higher self. I'm going to talk to her just like your higher self outside of this realm is talking to you. Okay, that's so crazy. Anyways, and we're going to calm her down and we're going to help her to alchemize those feelings, and so that she doesn't hurt someone else. Because she's feeling hurt, but what she's going to do if she puts that armor on is hurt someone else. If we are going to heal this world and love this world, we have to learn that when we put our armor on, we're going to war. We're planning to go to war. But what if the other person wasn't planning on going to war? What do we end up doing? We end up fighting. We end up battling. We end up self-sabotaging, right? We end up at war when we're not. We don't have to be at war. Yeah, we don't have to be at war because the divine, God, the Most High, has come and said, walk away. Just walk away. It's okay. The unknown is exciting. There's adventure ahead. You're not in war. You're in peace. Walk towards peace. Okay, I want to know. That one came flying out. Okay, I just got this one in my last. Okay, I need to shuffle these cards. I just got this one. I just used these cards in my other message, so I'm gonna. Hang on. I love to shuffle cards, by the way. I loved to shuffle even before I found tarot. Some people, whatever. You know, the word comes from a family called Cherokee, an Italian family, which I have a little claim to. My grandmother is full-blooded Bartolomucci Pescatelli. All right, ready? I'm gonna shuffle one more time. Anyways, they were playing cards, just like a regular deck of cards that somebody had made into an entertaining game, which became not a fortune-telling game, cards about personal growth and self-development. The story of the human experience. So crazy. All right. And they're hopeful and they're encouraging, by the way. Because you can feel the spirit. When the spirit embodies it, then it gets prophetic. Then it gets like, we're putting hope out in front of you. So what kind of hope can this person have? What's on the horizon? That beautiful golden horizon. By the way, the difference between fortune telling, because I'm aware, I just said it's not fortune telling, now I'm talking about your future. What is the difference? Does anybody know? The difference is that every human being, it wants to know what's going to happen in their life. And we're created to hear the voice of God. Not to just hear, but to see into another dimension. We're created to see and hear and be connected with the future because we were created outside of time. Fortune telling is when somebody says this and this and this are going to happen, right? That is devoid of free will. It's devoid of God's sovereignty. It's devoid of the exchange that we have with the process. In other words, I could say this could happen, like you're headed in this direction, right? But this message is finding you to bring you wisdom. But that's true if I open up my book of Proverbs. If I read Proverbs and the Spirit says to me, you're being really prideful, pride leads to a fall, to destruction. Is that fortune telling? No, it's a heads up. If you keep going this way, this is the inevitable outcome. But because you are gorgeous and wonderful and you're going to take all this advice and you're going to change some things, things can go another way too, right? Just saying. Knight of Cups. Hold on. Nope, not taking that one. Nope. What's coming for my beautiful collective? Why did I even get this deck? I just picked this deck up and I haven't used it, and I love my new deck. So I'm going to use this. I'm sorry. Hold on. I need to just change. 2 of coin. Oh, okay. This one flipped over. We're taking it. I'm going to stop. It's funny. I was just like so indecisive. Did you just see that? It was like, who cares? That's funny. What just happened there? Like, I went to pick up this deck and then I felt unsure. Again, it's like back and forth. That just felt really strange. And everything happens for a reason. What does this say? 2 of coins. It's about choice, a balancing act. Adaptive. Holy crap. Did you just see that? Did you see me do that with the decks? Listen to this card. Adaptability, prioritize, juggle, back and forth, quick decisions, financially adapt. I literally just embodied that. That's so crazy. Okay, so did you see? I was like, oh, I want to use, Okay, so what is that telling me? What's coming for you is choice. But whereas before you were like, I have to control this outcome. I have to, I'm going to create this new outcome. I'm going to force it. It's all about control. It's coming from a place of fear. Letting go is bringing you right into a place where you can balance. If a certain outcome starts looking like it's coming, you can adapt and flow. And it's like, hang on, back and forth. Your agility spiritually, and actually in psychology, agility, mental and emotional agility is a sign of health. Why? Because things come, life happens. We can't have this prescriptive, when this happens, I do this. When this happens, I do this. That is rigidity. And it's being very black and white and very prescriptive. And that's just, it's not a mature emotional position to be in. Because every human being in every situation is different and requires a different prescription, right? That's why we need the Spirit. That's why we need to be spiritually connected with our intuition, with God, because we have to adapt. A balancing act. Balance is coming. Balance is coming. I'm just going to get you one more. Sorry, it's really annoying how I'm drinking, but I'm so thirsty. I want 2 more for this. What else is coming? And I can't get overly excited. I have to just maintain control. Maybe you're somebody who just likes to that was very over the top. I just need to, like you want to look like you have it together. Ooh, it sounds very British to me. I live in a country where everybody really likes to keep things reserved. Which is why I probably annoy so many people. I'm here to free you. I'm here to tell you I love you and you can be yourself and you can have a range of emotions. There's one. Did you see that one fly out? You can have a range of emotions and freedom, and you don't have to, oh, that's the next one. Yay! Oh, yay! Okay, hold on. What was the one under the table? Oh, okay. I don't know which. I'm going to take this sideways because it flipped onto the ground, so I don't know which way this goes. Take what resonates on this one. But Queen of Wands. Remember how I said what's coming? Leading question. A balancing act. Emotional agility, right? You're going to be like, I got it. Okay. Queen of Wands. Stylish trendsetter. Charming, confident, courageous, energetic, outgoing, visionary, strong, and sexy. But when she's in her shadow, now I know why it came out onto the floor and why I'm taking it sideways. Because you need to understand both. When she's in her shadow, it's my way or the highway. Too many irons in the fire, temperamental, pessimistic, demanding, not easily moved, and strong-willed. So the reason why I love these cards, because it's light and shadow. So what's coming for you? Agility with external decisions coming at you. You are going to be free to react and respond to people, not out of your old place of fear, but out of a place of resiliency. I see you, and I see this, and I can move like this, and I can do that. And what else is coming to you is acceptance of who you are, your light and your shadow, knowing yourself, and being like, oh, I know I'm in my light, I'm in my shadow. You know what I'm saying? And that's your own internal agility with yourself. That's balance with yourself. External balance, internal balance. Yin, yang, right? Okay. So, and specifically, the Queen of Wands came out, which tells me you are super magnetic. Super magnetic. You're probably somebody who really, when you walk into a room, you're noticing people are looking at you. You are when you're in your strength, which is probably also like why you like to look like you have it together, because I really felt that in the reading, and I think I said it a couple times. It's not that it's not like a pride thing. It's like you can feel your power. And you like to, that's what feels like center to you. And that's why as well, though, I think this is coming. I was talking a lot in the beginning about childlike wonder and innocence and, freeing and lightening up a little bit. We've been talking a lot about that child inner work that we have to do. And I think I'm saying it to you because I can be a very serious person naturally as well. But one of the things that is happening as fruit of work and inner healing is just that light-hearted girlishness comes back, and it doesn't just come back. It's like for the first time you really enjoy yourself. You enjoy that part of yourself. Not everything has to be so put together and magnetic and everybody, it's like everybody taking you so seriously. You don't really, I love, when I walk into stores, I don't know what people think of me. I never know. My shadow, I always feel like I don't belong naturally anywhere I go. So I always have to deal and have that little girl's hand in my hand when I go places, that especially new. And I love to just kind of start talking to somebody really just naturally and kind of down to earthly, because I don't know why. I just feel like some people don't ever know what to expect. And it always helps me challenge my shadow to be like, I'm going to be vulnerable and go first, Maybe I do belong in humanity. Maybe I just do. I said that for a reason. Maybe you needed to hear that. But you know what else? I love this one. 6 of Coins, giving and receiving. You are coming, and this one says balance too for you. Balance, balance, balance for you. Generosity, balance, kindness, accept, equal give and take. Equal give and take. What did that other card say? I just felt like I was doing a cheer. Do you remember? Oh my God, Spirit, you're so good. Okay, do you remember the card that was saying, if I stop rowing, the boat's gonna sink? You're going from that to equal give and take in your relationships. Is that something to write home about? Yes. Anybody who has come from and I don't care if it's girlfriends, boyfriends, relationships where you were showing up and the people, because you were in that old dynamic, you were always giving more. But when you wake up as this person, not this person, but as this, you wake up and you're like just yourself, you find people want to help you. They want to encourage you. They have nice things to say to you. They want to pay for you to do this thing, right? You're not always the one offering first. It's so refreshing. And you're like, it's not my greatest fear anymore. That moment that you have to sit through when you do see, oh shit, all my relationships are built on me being the giver. And that's my fault. That's on me because I didn't have boundaries. I didn't have needs, remember? I kind of got off on being needed, as it were. Well, you rebuild, you go forward, and you find that your relationships are changed. They are changed, and you are not the only one giving, and it is refreshing to your heart. Why does it say quid pro quo? Quid pro quo is what they say in like when lawyers do cases, right? They do it based on, like, if you don't have the money to pay for something, they do it anyways, so that you'll pay, and you can just pay them if you win. That's kind of cool. Quid pro quo. I guess it means, in other words, people are going to just give you credit. It's like favor. That's cool. That's really cool. All right, let's do one final. Where's my 111 deck? No, actually, that's it. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it there. I feel like I'm supposed to leave it. I could keep going because you're an angel. But I feel like that's the message for you. I hope you feel encouraged by this. I really identified with you as a collective. I want to say that. There's a lot of themes in that I've walked through in my own life. And yeah, if you've watched this and any of this has resonated with you, please comment. Let other people who are in the mix of it know. Like, support each other, encourage each other. You know, I'd like this channel to be a place where there is a lot of encouragement to one another. That's a safe space, in my opinion. So I love you guys. I hope this resonated, and I'll see you tomorrow.